What is box model? A box model is contained of the following: the content, the padding, the border, and the margin. The CSS box model is essentially a box that wraps around every HTML element. So this is a container that includes multiple properties. It is also used to create design and layout of your web pages. Let's start first with the content. Content basically contains the text or image that appears in your website. Next, that wraps around the content is the padding. Padding clears an area around or between the content and the border, and it is also transparent. So padding has 5 properties. The first property is the padding, which adds padding to all the areas. You can set the value using px or pixels. Next padding property is the padding left that adds padding to the left area. You can change the value to adjust the area for the padding. Third, we have the padding right that adds padding to the right area. Fourth, we have the padding top that adds padding to the top area. And for the fifth padding property is the padding bottom that adds padding to the bottom area of your box model. Next is the border that goes around the padding and the content of your box model. Border has 4 properties. The first property is the border style. We have different values such as solid, double, dot, groove, and many more. Second property is the border width, which we can adjust the width of your border into different values such as px or pixel, or we can adjust the width using medium thick. The third property is the border color, which we can change the values into the color name, the RGB value, or the hexadecimal. We can also select it as none. And the fourth property is the border radius, which we can adjust the radius using px or pixel. And the fourth property of our box model is margin that clears an area outside the border. It is also transparent. Margin has 5 properties. The first one is margin that adds margin to all the areas. You can adjust the value using px or pixels. The second property is the margin left that adds margin to the left area. Third is the margin right that adds margin to the right area. Fourth is our margin top that adds margin to the top area. And the fifth property is the margin bottom that adds margin to the bottom area.